Life, my friends, is a constant battle against adversity. We all face our challenges, our moments of despair and struggle. But what many don't know is that within every obstacle, there's an opportunity waiting to be discovered. No, this isn't just an empty phrase of optimism. It is a universal truth, proven by the greatest success stories the world has ever known. From the visionary mind of Thomas Edison to the unyielding spirit of Henry Ford, the greatest names in history didn't reach the top by chance. They understood something that few understand today. The greatest obstacles can be turned into the greatest wealth, not just in financial terms, but in character, learning, and growth. Edison failed 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Ford was rejected by several banks before his factory began to thrive. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper for not being creative enough. What they all had in common was an unwavering belief in themselves, in their vision, and in their ability to overcome. And the most important thing they knew was that adversity, far from being a permanent obstacle, is a powerful tool in the process of transformation. The secret they understood was simple. Obstacles don't define us. What defines us is how we respond to them. When the world beats you down, when the doors close and the weight of failure feels unbearable, it's easy to fall into the temptation to give up, to bend to discouragement. But it is at this moment, exactly at this moment, that you must choose courage, choose to rise and see beyond the pain. What separates the failed from the successful is not the lack of obstacles, but the way each one deals with them. Instead of seeing challenges as signs of weakness or failure, you must see them as disguised opportunities, as springboards that propel us into a stronger version of ourselves. The human mind is the key to this transformation. The mindset you carry within you is more powerful than any external circumstance. Your unshakable belief in your ability to achieve success, even when everything around you says otherwise, is what will make the difference between failure and victory. Napoleon Hill, in his writings, teaches us that whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And that is exactly what we must internalize. Our mind is a fertile ground, and what we plant in it grows. If you plant doubt, fear, and despair, that is what you will reap. But if you plant courage, perseverance, and faith, your harvest will be a life of achievements. Now, follow me for a moment. Close your eyes and imagine your life as an open field. What are you planting every day? Are you planting courage, determination, and faith? Or are you planting discouragement, doubt, and fear? Every thought you have, every word you speak, every action you take is a seed being sown. What you choose to plant today is what you will harvest tomorrow. If you want to harvest success, sow confidence. If you want to harvest wealth, sow discipline. If you want to harvest a prosperous future, sow gratitude and relentless action. The human mind is the soil where the seeds of success are planted. Every step toward your goal is a step that leads you to a better version of yourself. The human mind, when trained, can endure far more than we imagine. When faced with adversity, our response, more than the situation itself, will be the key to determining the outcome. See, life is not about what happens to us, but about what we do with what happens to us. The answer to that event, that emotional and mental reaction, is what defines our path. Every failure, every obstacle, contains a lesson. The question is not, why is this happening to me, but what can I learn from this? When you change this mindset, you begin to see adversity as an opportunity. What do you do in the face of obstacles? Do you cling to them? Do you let them paralyze you? Or do you use them as a platform for something even greater? We see this in the stories of great entrepreneurs. Henry Ford, for example, didn't build his fortune just with his inventions or innovations. He built his wealth mentally before he built it physically. Ford believed in a simple but profound concept. Perseverance, coupled with a clear and unwavering vision, is unbeatable. Even when no one believed in him, when the banks rejected him, when criticism came from all sides, he kept his vision intact. He knew how to turn every failure, every rejection, into fuel to keep going. The mindset Ford had was the mindset of a winner. He understood that instead of fighting against adversity, he should align with it, learn from it, and use it to his advantage. When a difficulty arose in his path, he didn't see it as an obstacle, but as an opportunity to adjust his approach, test his resilience, and reaffirm his belief in his dream. That is exactly what you need to do as well. Every challenge, every struggle you face is a chance to test and strengthen your faith, your discipline, and your commitment to your future. It's not about having a life without obstacles, but about learning to use them as stepping stones to reach your goals. Now, don't be mistaken. The path to wealth, to lasting success, won't be easy. There will be times when you'll want to give up. There will be moments of deep doubt and sleepless nights. But it is precisely in those moments that the real magic happens. Wealth, whether it's financial, emotional, or intellectual, is forged in the moments of difficulty. And those who refuse to give up, who refuse to abandon their purpose, will find the key to unlocking their own greatness. Have you ever wondered what makes an ordinary person extraordinary? What turns a simple idea into a revolutionary invention? The answer is simple: mindset. The greats are not those who avoid pain, but those who know how to use it to their advantage. They see challenges as teachers, not as enemies. They know that by facing an obstacle, they are not being punished by life, but being shaped for greatness. When you begin to look at challenges in this way, you will realize that true wealth is not just what you gain, but who you become along the way. Life will always have its ups and downs. But the real victory, my friend, is not in avoiding obstacles, but in learning how to overcome them with courage, wisdom, and faith. Every obstacle is an invitation to become stronger, wiser, and more determined. The question is, are you willing to accept that invitation? Because when you do, success will not be a possibility. It will be a certainty.